Hey guys, how are you? So today I'm gonna show you my January favorites. If you love the background like I do, because it's New York, please give this video a thumbs up. If you guys didn't know, I moved back to Colombia, so this is where I'm filming now. January for me was a month that I went through a lot because I had to move overseas. So the products that I use are mostly palettes and mostly products for an easy go-to makeup look. So the products that I use are go-tos, are simple, are quick. I really had to love them because I didn't have my collection to choose from. If you want to see what my January favorites are, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so the first product that I'm gonna talk about is one that you already know, and it's my Buxom White Russian. The reason I'm mentioning this one again is because I got it for Black Friday. It was just a godsend. I don't know, it goes with everything. It's a pinky nude. I used to wear it by itself, but now I want to put it on top of everything. Like right now I have it on top of Pure Hollywood by Anastasia, and I think it makes the perfect lip combo. These are so minty and so refreshing. Like right now I put it like 2 hours ago and it's still super refreshing and I love it. I'm obsessed with it. This is a limited edition, by the way, the diamond shape on top. Another product that I got at the end of 2016, but it's the Becca palette. This is the Blush with Light palette. It was limited edition. This is a permanent shade in the Becca Mineral Blush line. This blush has been a go-to for me. Also, Wisteria, it's super nice. So what I do is I put a Songbird all over my cheeks, like diagonal. I put a little bit of Wisteria on my apples and I'm good to go. I really love it. But this is amazing to travel with. You're all set because you have a super bright, more of a peachy shade. This is a pink, but it's also a nude. And the packaging is really cute too. I mentioned this on a haul, and I really knew that I was gonna love this and that this was gonna be my January favorites. This is the Kevyn Aucoin, the Contour Palette 4-in-1 Face Essential. And this has a blush, a bronzer that's warm, it has a highlight that's really subtle, and it has a contour shade that it's famous. This is the Medium Sculpt shade by Kevyn Aucoin. This shade, the Medium Sculpt, has been raved about since forever. And this one, I think Nikki Tutorials loves it. This was my go-to, so I would do my entire face with this one. And to contour, I would use this one or another favorite that I'm gonna show you, which is the Kevyn Aucoin, but it's in the light shade. So this one, I love it for my nose, but I have it to contour my face all over today because I'm really pale. Medium tends to be a little bit darker, and you have to use a light hand with them. They're really powdery, or they have a lot of kickoff, but they're so worth it. These powders are like nothing I've ever tried to contour. So the palette that I was using almost every day was And God Created the Woman Eye palette. This palette was super expensive, like $60 or something like that, and I bought it when it was first released. I love NARS. I love eyeshadows, but they're not my main thing. Like, this palette is really nice. This eyeshadow, I think it's one of Amanda Essing's favorite, but this one right here, I'm gonna swatch it for you. This is like my everyday shade from this palette. Of course, it's a champagne shade. It's right there. You can barely see it, but you can see it glow. Let me do a close-up. These eyeshadows blend super nice. I love this one as a transition shade. I love this one for a brown smoky eye. This one is beautiful too if you want to mix these two together. To be honest, the least favorite shade for me is the black one, and I really think that we don't need black in every look. And if you can get your hands on this eyeshadow palette, I love that it's really tiny right next to a NARS blush. So this is a blush and this is the eyeshadow palette, but I really love this eyeshadow palette. It's expensive, it doesn't look like much, but it has everything you need to create everyday looks, and that for me, it's what I really need and what I would really use. Something crazy is not gonna work for everyone, but this can work for everyone. Okay, I feel like I talked a lot about the palette. Now let's move on to another one. This is the Sweet Peach Glow palette by Too Faced, and this one, it smells fake. The smell is not my favorite, but I prefer this smell to a rose scent or something like that, like the Chanel scent. I like it, but I prefer this type of scent that's younger and fresher, whatever. This palette was raved about. This palette swatches awful, but when you put it on your face, the highlight, the bronzer shade, are beautiful. And they have this consistency, like the Bobbi Brown Pink Glow or Bronze Glow highlighter, and the bronzer has like this type of extra dimension by MAC consistency, so they blend beautifully. They feel gel-like, but they set to a powder finish. I really like this palette, and to be honest, I love it more than the eyeshadow palette. The eyeshadow palette was also a favorite, but I didn't want to mention it in this video because I don't think it's a must-have. I prefer the Anastasia eyeshadows and I prefer the Makeup Geek eyeshadows. Let's recap. I love the Sweet Peach palette, but if you have to have one eyeshadow palette, I would prefer something like the Modern Renaissance or something like the Makeup by Mario palette. That for me, it's a makeup party staple. I love that eyeshadow palette. Or something like the Lorac 1 and 2 palettes. Those are palettes that you can go back to. I love that palette, but I don't think it should be that overhyped. And I love the shades, but I don't think they're for everyone and every day. I hope I made myself clear. Would I repurchase it? Yes, I love the shades. I'm all about the orangey, sunset, peachy look. But it's not for everyone. This is a product that I had 2 little samples of them that I bought with Sephora points. I had a full size before those 2 samples. And every time I didn't have it, I was missing it in my collection. I adore this pen. This is the Kat Von D ink liner in Trooper, and it has a tiny tip. It's brush, it's not a felt tip. This is so fine and so amazing to do your wing eyeliner, even if you do it with gel liner and then you just want to make it extra dark and stay on point. I love it, and I also love it for this. Okay, let me grab a mirror before I ruin my makeup. I had a phase where I used to do a little tiny birthmark on my face because my mom, when I was little, used to do one for me every time she would do my makeup when I was from 5 to 12 years old. So for me, that means feeling sexy and sassy. So when I want to feel sexy and I want to be upbeat or whatever, I put a little birthmark right here, and I retouch my birthmark that I have right here. You can't see it right now because it's covered with makeup, but I usually go back and just put a dot of the ink liner and then melt it in with my already done makeup because I use my beauty blender and just dab a little bit. If people don't really know me, they think that that's my birthmark. And when I started my YouTube channel, that was supposed to be the way I finished all my videos, just putting my birthmark right there, my fake birthmark. It's just amazing to do a really fleeky wing and also to do a fake birthmark if you want to look sexy and sassy. You guys know that I was super obsessed doing my brows with powder, the Anastasia powder or the Anastasia pencils. That was because I hated with passion the Anastasia Deep Brow Pomade. Not because when you buy it, it's bad. No, it's amazing when you buy it, but it dries super quick. I don't want to go through the hassle of putting Duraline drops on it to use it, because if you pay 18 bucks for a brow pomade, it better work, and it better work without you having to put drops of something every time you're gonna use it because it went bad. No, it's just not fair, you know? So I remember that I used to love the gel liners or the paint pots from NARS. I had the brown one and I had the black one. And I also have the blue one. And the blue one, I've had it for, I think, 2 years. And I'm not a believer in throwing out product, even if it says that it's gonna expire in 6 months. If you take good care of the product and the consistency hasn't changed, formula hasn't changed at all, it doesn't smell bad or anything, then you can keep using it. And then I saw that NARS released the brow defining cream. They have all the shades that you really need, even if you want to add this product to your kit. I think this is $24 and it's a small pot, but it's super sleek. Also the nasty NARS packaging that we all love and know. This is in the color El Juf. Something like that. Like, I will write it down below, and I will link every product that I mentioned in this video down below as always. So this one, it says that it will expire in 18 months. I've used the crap out of this. This doesn't budge. You don't need to set it with powder. It's amazing on its own. Find it to be super easy to use. I use it with my Anastasia brow brush, the one with the spoolie. I've had it for 2 months, I think, or 3 months. And my Anastasia deep brow pomade was dry within a month or within 2 months or something like that. And I know this is not gonna get dry because it's almost the same formula as the NARS paint pot. So I will update you guys and let you know if something bad happened to it, but I don't think it will. So far, this is the best brow pomade that I've tried. This palette is the one that I use the most when I do makeup on people, and is the one that I use the most when I travel. So the only shades I'm not even gonna mention are these 7 shades right here because I just add them to this palette. But this is a C palette. This is an extra large one. So this has my favorite Makeup Geek eyeshadows, Flamethrower, which is amazing, and it's a foil eyeshadow, Cosmopolitan, Peach Smoothie, Creme Brulee, Cocoa Bear, Peaches and Cream, Showtime, and of course I dropped it. And it has In the Spotlight. So these are my favorite Makeup Geek shades. I just added a few that I really like, but I'm not obsessed with. Also, I have 2 of my favorite MAC blushes. This is Warm Soul by MAC, but the old formula. And this is the Pro Longwear blush in Rosy Outlook. I love mixing these two together. I will put Warm Soul all over, and then I would just put a hint on my apples of Rosy Outlook. And for me, that's the perfect fresh look. Or if I want to just look fresh and youthful, then I will just go with Rosy Outlook all over my cheeks. It's a great bridal shade, by the way. And I already told you guys about my obsession with Stila Kitten eyeshadow. This eyeshadow, it's goals. It's amazing, super pigmented. And if it's that way without Fix Plus, you guys can't imagine how it is with Fix Plus. I'm just saying, it's just a stunning shade. You can see the way it shines. It's so bright and so amazing, so pigmented. It's just everything you want in a champagne type of peachy eyeshadow formula. The Sun Bunny bronzer, also by Too Faced. So yeah guys, that was everything for my favorites of January. I hope you liked them. Let me know in the comments down below what you love for the month of January. This is the first month. Let me know what you guys want to buy or want to see for spring. I want to do a Valentine's Day tutorial, and I don't know what to use for that. So if you guys have any suggestions, just leave them in the comment down below. Also remember that everything's gonna be linked down below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so that you can get notifications of every video that I upload. Remember that I do one in English and one in Spanish. I'm uploading Tuesday and Thursday, and I'm also trying to upload Sundays, so it's 3 videos a week hopefully. And yeah guys, whatever you want to see on my next English video, or if you see my Spanish video, then just leave it in the comments down below. I always respond. I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!
If you like the background, please shade in the Becca Mineral Brush. In the Becca Mineral Brush. Mineral Brush. Oh my god. In the Becca Mineral Brush. Oh my god. This is a permanent shade in the Becca Mineral. And I don't want to go through the hassle of putting I don't want to go through the hassle of putting